think 30 to 40. Hoping again we get it 30 to 40. I don't think Crust is that much of a priority unless Siren is somehow sustained damage and distributed damage, or somehow similar to Bready's kit. But yeah, okay, so yeah, here we go. First temple, we're not skipping. Come on, turn gold. Last minute, no, okay. Okie doke. 20th pull. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh no, we're halfway. Oh no, I mean beyond halfway. This is the 30th pull. Yes! Let's go. Come on. 50-50, let's go. I forgot it's in the second. Okay, Crust is Tetra, right? Because they're in the same squad. Cooking oil. So we're looking for Tetra. There's hope. Yes! Let's go, bro! 30 pulls, let's go. That is huge. Okay, I have did I say 280 before? So minus 30, that's 255. I have 255 pulls for Siren, and then there's gonna be some, of course, rewards and stuff. So I don't think Crust needs OL gear. It's just purely on the skills. Yeah. Okay, so let's check her level 1 skills. Okay, so for the skills, this is after the testing, so it is, yeah, after the testing, after the minor testing and stuff. Okay, so for her skill 1, I think, well, I tested on shooting range with Resilience Cube, level 13. This 1.82 second duration increase every full charge. It is enough to keep Maillard and Blanching on, like, to keep it on basically for the whole stage. But testing with scope lock, so skill level 1 at 10, at 1 minute and 30 seconds, after 1 minute and 30 seconds have passed with Crust on auto, the duration is at 41 seconds. At level 4 with Resilience Cube level 13, it was around, I like to say 15, 17 seconds, something like that. But it is far from going below single digits. I think if you are just worried about the duration, level 4 is enough. As for the attack buff, so this maxes out at 10%. So you're not really losing as much, but of course, this is basically on for the whole duration of the stage. This is because you can just keep on increasing the duration, and it, as I said, it doesn't run out. Oh, by the way, maybe level 6 would be nice, because I did use litter. There's max ammo increase, so that maybe helped a bit with keeping the duration topped up. But as for the attack buff, I think it is not as huge of a difference. That's like what, 45% increase to level 5. So yeah, I think level 4 or level 6, level 4 to level 6 is a good stopping point. So as for skill 2, I think it's bigger, of course, and it's easier to enter full burst. So I think level 6 as well. And then if you're gonna decide between the two of them on who you would level beyond 6, I think it would be skill 2. But I think since 2.5 Anif is coming up, Siren is coming up, most likely, since you already have a side story for her, setting it up. Well, I think at this point it would be weird if Siren is not the 2.5 Anif unit, right? So if you wanna save skill mats, I think I'll stay at 4 for now, save it up a bit. So because maybe Crown's skills needs a certain level first, you know, you never know. So just to be sure, and then again at level 4 it is enough to keep the duration going for as long as you need it. As for burst, I would likely keep it at 6 as well, but if you are going for distributed damage, of course, the benefit of leveling burst is way higher if you're going for distributed damage, because of course there is a big increase. Like for example here, from level 4 to level 5, there is 2 point, how much is that? This is 36, 73, 2.73 increase, right? I think I'm right. 2.73% as opposed to this, how much is that? 46. Yeah. But yeah, again, I'll keep it at level 4 for now because I am running out of materials. Yeah, level 4 for now, and then we'll see with Siren first. So for the OL gear, again, the testing is enough on skill level 4 with Resilience Cube level 13, or just Resilience Cube level 3 on the quick reload. So that's 29.69% reload speed on 2 seconds, so that's double. So that's around 5.8, 5.9 reload speed decrease, I think. I don't know, it's, sorry, I'm so sorry, it's 0.59 seconds decrease, so that's huge. So yeah, I recommend Resilience Cube, and then maybe Adjutant. Yeah, Adjutant, Resilience, Adjutant, and then just for giggles, Endurance Cube for the okay. So OL gear, you don't really need max ammo capacity and charge speed for the duration. It does no benefit for Bready's buffs. The only benefit here for for overloading the gear is that the attack stat increases, and I believe the attack stat from gear, not the substat attack percent from OL, just this portion, it counts on this caster's attack, I believe. Okay, I believe it counts there because it's not final attack percent. I mean, not final caster's final attack, just caster's attack. So yeah, I believe OL gear will help there. But as for the substats, I think just 1 or 2 max ammo, charge speed if you're lucky, and then maybe, because you know, in solo raid you would need just all the damage you can get, so elemental damage most likely, something to buff the damage, just deal more damage however little it is. But for utility, I think max ammo and charge speed, but it's not really that needed. It's okay to just not spend what do you call it, the custom modules. Okay, so that's it for this part. Next is on how her kit works and shooting range testing. Okay, so see you there. Okay, so for Crust, this is how you activate Maillard. You do 3 hits, non-full charge, and you're in Maillard. So 3 non-full charge attacks and you are in Maillard. Then for Blanching, you need to see, you just see that visual, the recipe book. You need to wait for that, so now you are in Blanching. You have to wait for that recipe book to appear or for that ding sound. That's what it meant by for more than 1 second. You have to hold the full charge, so you full charge first up to the max and then hold it for 1 second before you let go. So that's how you enter Blanching. The weird thing here is that, okay, for example, I do 2 hits, we're still in Blanching. I do 2 again, 2 for that, we're still in, okay, we're not in Blanching, we're not in Maillard. Okay, I'm gonna do 1 non-full charge attack. And we are in Maillard. So did you see the count? The count does not disappear. So even after I do, so what I did first is 2 non-full charge attacks. So that's 2, and then I did 2 full charge attacks that I held for 1 second. But I did 1 non-full charge attack after that, and I'm immediately in Maillard. So the counter does not reset even if you do a full charge attack. So this 3, this does not reset. The counter for this does not reset. So now I'm gonna do 1 full charge attack that I hold for more than 1 second, and then you'll see that I will enter Blanching. Ding. Okay, we're now in Blanching. See, there it is. So that's how it works. This means that for Crust, you can just leave her in Blanching, and at the start of the, say it's the start of the stage, I can just set up Blanching first. I do the 3 full charge attacks that I hold for 1 second before firing, and then I just switch to another unit because she'll keep on doing full charge attacks. The duration has increased, and it's 11 seconds now. Then another, it's 12 seconds now, and it's still in Blanching. And then for example, I just want to switch back to Maillard. Now I'm in Maillard, and then there, I can just switch to Bready, let Crust do her thing. Then yeah, it's good. So you can leave her on auto this way. It's just that you have to set her up at the start. The bad thing here for Blanching is, okay, let me restart the stage. Okay, so I'm gonna try Blanching at the start. Okay, did you see that? By the time the second full charge with the Blanching trigger happens, the recipe book appears, I am already at full burst. And that is 8 seconds. It took 8 seconds for me to enter Blanching. So usually in solo raids, it'll take just 5 seconds for you to go into full burst. And I'm only going here at 8 seconds because of Helm, of course. But yeah, in solo raid, if you're gonna spam, it'll take about 5 seconds for you to reach full burst gauge. Faster if you have Pierce or maybe parts that you can hit with a rocket launcher. But yeah, at this rate, before you are able to set up Blanching, you're already in full burst. And Bready, if you're not gonna wait until you have blanching enabled, Bready will not have any of these buffs. I mean, she will not have a sustained damage buff. So that's like a problem, if you will. Either you wait 3 seconds after you get full burst, or you skip a full burst without, using Bready. Maybe you can use a different burst tree at the start, not Bready, because of course this, if you use Bready, it's not like she'll take advantage greatly of this. So I think it'll be better to use another burst tree unit if you're going for sustained damage Crust with Bready. That way you can just, skip, because Crust will still offer attack damage buffs, right? And the attack buff here. So yeah, I think that's a thing there. And also, so for example, let's say if you leave Crust on auto, this boss jumps. Okay, so if Crust is in the middle of charging up and the boss decides to jump, Crust, the AI will let go and it'll count as a hit that is not full charged. So it will count on the stacks for Maillard. So that can be a thing if you leave Crust on auto. But I think the major bosses, none of them really usually disappear like that. I'm not sure if you use her against interruption circles. I don't know if that counts as landing attacks. If you're gonna, let's say, hit the interruption circle non-full charge, I don't know if that counts, so I haven't tested that. But yeah, that's a thing for Crust. If you're gonna, and then again, as I said, it'll take 8 seconds to enter blanching. So it'll be a bit of time if you lose blanching, if you enter Maillard accidentally. So yeah, I've tested before this. I've tested it and I've seen Crust on auto. I set the whole thing on auto, and I've seen her enter Maillard by herself from blanching state. So I set it up to be in blanching state, and then near the end of the run, she entered Maillard because too many times has she been caught. There you go. The boss, too many times that the boss jumped while she is charging her attack, and that ended up being fired at the boss. So yeah, that's a thing that can happen. I don't think in solo raid, union raid bosses, that's... Oh wait, there's a bosses on union raid, right? That can jump. So yeah, that's a thing. I think you can look out for that. But yeah. And as I said, the counter for this and this does not reset. So yeah, it'll something to look out for. Okay, anyway, that's it for, I think, mechanics on Crust. We'll move on to shooting range test for damage comparison with Bready and Crust on sustained and distributed. So distributed first and then sustained damage. So for the upcoming test, this is the team that I'll be using. I won't go scope lock, but I will go on auto, except at the start when I set up Crust. Okay, so skills, Bastion Cube, equipment, .888, and wow, she is at rank 5. I forgot the max for so long. Okay. Sicilians, no OL gear on Crust, 444. Resilience Cube, Ludmilla. I could have rolled better, I think, but I could have rolled better. 878, and then Bastion Cube, of course. And then helm. Yep. Yep. And resilience. Okay. So first is distributed damage. So I'm going Maillard. Okay, so this is distributed damage Bready. This is higher than my first test. Okay, so this is it. 1502. Okay, and this is the record to beat. Okay, for this, I think I'm gonna switch them. I want Ludmilla first because the full burst will be generated way before I can enter blanching state with Crust. So yeah, I'll do this. Okay, there it is. There's the problem there. She's in Maillard now, and that is completely auto. Bready went from, oh my gosh, last 20 seconds, dude. Okay, let's just finish it out for now. That's a case of Crust accidentally switching to Maillard from Blanching. Okay, so I'll test again, but this is the result for now. Okay, finally. Ooh, interesting. This is sustained damage. That is very interesting. Okay, so last minute thing. I forgot about this. Okay, so lingering taste is sustained damage, right? I forgot she does inflict damage taken debuff, so that's why the whole team dealt more damage, and I think this equalizes the damage she deals with her distributed damage, because her distributed damage does not have that. It's only when she's in lingering taste. So yeah, I completely missed that. Thank you to a player named Gustavo for pointing that out on my post. Yeah, okay, so that's a miss from me. I'm very sorry. The whole team dealt more damage when Bready is in sustained damage or in lingering taste status. So yeah, that's it. But the thing here is that the boss at the end did not jump. Like, not at the end, like 10 seconds before the timer ends, it did not jump. So that might be an advantage, but still very good. Like, for like 40 something percent distributed damage versus 7 point something percent sustained damage, that is pretty good. And yeah, I think it is better to make another burst 3 unit first before Bready, if you're gonna go for sustained damage Crust or Blanching Crust. This is pretty good. I think they're on the same level. Near the same damage, I think, which is pretty good. Very nice. But yeah, this is the third one, I think, third or fourth, because the first two after the last two after the first one, where Bready became distributed damage because of Crust, it happened again and again. So this is technically the fourth test for sustained damage, and yeah, Bready did really good. Okay, so that's the testing for now. And that is the video for now. Thank you for watching. I hope it helped. I hope it was at least informative or something. Yeah, okay, so thank you for watching. Good luck on your polls. Bye bye.